Eventually, I probably will make a star lamp. Because those things are cool. They're cool. I mean, bow ties are pretty cool too. I'm not gonna lie. And fezzes. Fezzes are pretty cool too. Fezzes are cool. But star lamps, those are bitchin'. Like, you ask anyone on the streets, and you ask them, you go, hey, what's Gucci? I want to know your intake on this. You know, give me your honest opinion. Star lamps. I want to know. You tell me right now, man. No, don't go back in your alleyway and steal off coke. I want to know. Star lamps. And he's gonna be like, yo, star lamps? What about star lamps? How are they? How are star lamps? Like, if you were to put it in one word, what would you say about them? How would you, like, describe them? Like, give me your honest intake. What you would say to anyone. It doesn't matter who. Just tell me. Aw, man. Star lamps be bitchin'. And you know, that's what you're gonna get every time. Doesn't matter who you ask. You can ask someone straight out of Compton. You can ask someone straight out of high school. You can ask someone straight out of elementary school. You can ask someone straight out of the fetus. Like, seriously, you can ask a baby who was just born, and he will say, star lamps are bitchin'. Sorry, my voice is too low. I can't do a baby voice. But, you know, he's gonna say they're bitchin'. And you know what? You can't argue with that logic. When something's bitching, not someone, you can completely argue back when someone is bitching. You could just say, hey, shut the hell up. You'll probably get slapped, but you can say it nonetheless. But you can't argue when something is bitching. And we got a present. Ooh, that is some Christmas shit right there. And this is probably one of the only upsides to getting a spear. It works a lot better than swords in groups of enemies. If you couldn't see there, I went without taking a single hit from approximately 6 zombies in one group. That's where it's at. But later on, oh, we got some green candy cane blocks. I know what I'm doing. But, oh, star in a bottle. It's not even a star lamp, guys. It's a star in a bottle. But you know what? There's still one thing that remains. One thing that remains. One thing that you will take away from watching this video is that stars in bottles, they are indeed bitching. And don't give me that stupid crap where it's like, bitches be crazy. I know they be crazy. But star in a bottle isn't a bitch. It's bitching, but it's not a bitch. You can bitch and not be a bitch. You know, there's nothing wrong with bitching when you're not a bitch. But when you are a bitch, and you do bitch, be completely cautious. Because I can almost guarantee you're going to get called out for it. If you can see the face I'm making right now, you would just be devastated. I don't know if I'll ever do a face cam, because some of you probably assume what I look like. Because that's what I did with a lot of YouTubers that I watched, or used to watch, and still currently watch. But it was more in the past because I didn't know what they looked like. I would always, like, imagine what they look like, and I'd be like, hey, he probably looks like... We got a shackle. Oh, this is good. Oh, I just thought of something. This is going to be a good run since we have the corruption. Because we can get the band of star power. And if we get that, we can also get the band of regeneration. I mean, we can get that anyways. But we can mix those and get a band of mana regen. And after we get that, we can mix those with some shackles and make the magic cuffs. So if you guys did choose, or if you don't know already, if you haven't chosen already, And if you want to choose, I'm just going to say, I'm not telling you what to choose. You know, I'll gladly do Ranger, and I'll gladly do, and we get ranged weapons. And I'll gladly do a Warrior run. I don't mind doing any of them. I'm really experienced with all of them. But I'm just saying, if we were to do a Sorcerer run, we would be just plowing through the beginning half of the game. Like, I'd be like Little Wayne. I know that's a horrible, just god-awful analogy to make. It's a really bad comparison. But I would be like Little Wayne, and I'd be like, I ain't got no worries. But I wouldn't say Tunchi. I would not say Tunchi. I have no reason to say it. I don't even know what a Tunchi is. I know his grandmother used to call him Toon. But, and he just added the chi because maybe he liked chi. I mean, who doesn't like some meditation every once in a while? But, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and just scream that. I have no reason to. You know, my grandmother never called me Toon. And personally, I never chi. I mean, me personally, I don't meditate. I have no chi, so I'm not gonna say it. We really need to build this house, and these zombies are just holding me up. I'm gonna get rid of the map for now, because we already know the layout of the land, and we're not loading any more data into the map by just walking back and forth in the same place we've already been. So, let's hurry up and structure this house. It's gonna look pretty cool, especially in the snow. Mixing ice in the snow. It's gonna look pretty cool. And hopefully I can actually make a run. Maybe make this run. I probably won't do multiple Terraria runs. I'm probably just gonna do this Let's Play and then, you know, whatever afterward. I'll probably do some weapons or something. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to see, I'll put it up. Whatever. I don't care. I take almost all suggestions for this game because I love it so goddamn much. Why don't we have this equipped? But, yeah. Yep. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. Maybe we can even make a run. Make this run. One where we have nothing but ice weapons. Nothing but ice-based weapons. Because if you didn't hear, this is probably, what, the second, third episode? I don't know. I haven't been keeping track of time. Most likely, it's the third episode. I would assume so. The second episode, we probably did nothing. I'm sorry, I'm doing this in a huge recording session. So I'm not keeping... Like, I don't cut out fraps and then... Like, I don't end it and then restart it. I ain't about that life. I'd rather just do it in one huge video and then edit it later. So, yeah, it would be cool, literally, if we could... Ooh, sugar cookie. Literally, if we had nothing but ice weapons. Because if you didn't hear, in the other episode, in the first episode, I would assume, I like ice. I like the cold. I was born with a low temperature. And I'm not ashamed of it. I am not ashamed of the temperature I was born with. I was born with, what, 90... It was a low... It was lower than normal. It was like 90... It was either 90 or 92.8. I don't remember which one it was, but I had to be put in an incubator for quite some time before I could ever go home. It was pretty cool. I mean, I wouldn't know, obviously, because I was a freaking baby. I was a newborn at that. So obviously I wouldn't know. Obviously I've been told. Obviously I have a mother. You have to have a mother. Otherwise you can't be born. Unless you are a science experiment, to which I congratulate you. If you're a science experiment. if you were made in the lab using like chemical, like sugar, spice, and everything. Now, if you're a Powerpuff Girl, holy crap, you are just amazing. You know, I don't feel guilty for being a boy and watching your show as a kid. That was like one of the highlights of the old Cartoon Network. So yeah, if you were born from sugar, spice, and everything nice, or maybe some rotten chemical eggs, you know what? It's okay. I don't see you any different. You're still a cool guy to me, or cool girl. I won't judge. If you're a girl or you're a guy, you know, I'm not sexist like that. I'll play the fair card. Let's see. We have a star in a bottle that we can make, but I actually want to save up. It doesn't even matter if we're not using magic. I'd rather have full mana no matter what we run. Just for the sake that we might get magic weapons later on and might have to use them. Simply because the weapons that we have, like if we have like some swords or whatever, some spears, they're not sufficient enough. Or efficient, my bad. Not sufficient, efficient enough to deal with enemies or bosses. And there is a ton of magic weapons that just body a bunch of different bosses in this game. Which you're actually, hopefully you guys see later on. You know, it doesn't even matter if I'm not running magic or I am. I'm still going to show off the weapons that I get, like the effects they have. Just because I'm running warrior does not necessarily mean I'll just be using, you know, melee weapons. Just because I'm a ranger doesn't mean I'll just use ranged weapons and guns and arrows. And just because I'm a magic user doesn't mean I'll just use magic. You know, I'll probably resort to some melee. I'll probably, you know, I'll whore around a bit. I'm going to say it like that because that just sounds funny, me being a whore. I know you like the sound of that. Don't think you don't. You're going to think about that tonight. Me whoring around a bit. Just picture what you think I look like, and just picture that guy being a whore. A man whore. You're going to find yourself in a very sticky situation. And I don't mean sticky like that, you pervs. No, I don't. Not sticky like that. Get your mind out of the gutter. You know, have a little class. And there are isolines breaking into my house. A house with no doors, to be exact. Why do we only have one thing of wood? I could have sworn we got in a hole. Oh, okay, I see you. The torches. It was the torches. We wasted a lot of wood on torches. Unnecessarily. And I just placed two saplings right next to each other. I'm the genius of the year. Bill Gates ain't got nothing on me. Actually, no. Who is it? Stephen Hawking. He ain't got nothing on me. See, I put two saplings next to each other. Do you think he would think to do that? No. He wouldn't. Because I's is smarter than Stephen Hawking. Okay? Whether you want to believe it or not, that's not true.